Under the shadow of a looming threat, the command room of Earth's Sentinel bristled with tension. Screens flickered with the approaching silhouettes of the Galactic Empire's fleet, each vessel a grim harbinger of the vast, cold power hurtling towards them. Admiral Sarah Lynn's eyes were unflinching as she watched the enemy advance. Abruptly, the communications system crackled to life. A voice both metallic and menacing filled the room. Earth will surrender, or it will burn. Without missing a beat, Lynn stepped forward, her voice cutting sharply through the rising fear. Broadcast this: Earth does not bend. Prepare for engagement. Outside, as the dark fleet drew closer, the first sparks of defensive fire streaked across the cosmos, a defiant blaze against the coming night. The command center of Earth's Sentinel was a maelstrom of anxious energy. Admiral Sarah Lynn paced before the main holoscreen, which displayed the menacing advance of the Galactic Empire's fleet. Their ships formed stark silhouettes against the cosmos. Her crew's eyes occasionally flicked towards her, a blend of admiration and apprehension evident in their gazes. They were Earth's first line of defense, orbiting the planet, ready to engage or parley at her command. Admiral, the Empire's fleet has entered the Mars-Jupiter asteroid belt, Lieutenant Graves reported, his voice a calm contrast to the severity of the situation. Their trajectory suggests they'll be within striking distance within hours. Sarah halted her pacing and faced her crew. Her expression remained stoic, but her voice carried a tinge of defiance. Communications, open a channel to the lead ship. It's time they heard our stance. Moments later, the communication line crackled to life, and the cold and motionless voice of the Empire's envoy boomed through the speakers. This is your final warning, Earth. Surrender your planet and helioxite reserves, or face obliteration. Sarah leaned into the microphone, her reply slicing through the tension in the room. This is Admiral Sarah Lynn of the Earth Defense Fleet. We do not recognize your claim, nor will we surrender. Withdraw your fleet, or we will defend ourselves. The line went dead. Silence engulfed the room as the weight of impending conflict settled on everyone's shoulders. Prepare all squadrons for defensive engagement, Sarah ordered with unwavering clarity. Shield operators, maximize coverage. We make our stand here. As her orders were relayed, Sarah turned to face the holoscreen once more, watching as tiny blips representative of Earth's fleet maneuvered into formation. Each ship was a testament to Earth's ingenuity, albeit outdated compared to the Empire's technological marvels. Commander Jensen approached, his face etched with concern. Admiral, our scouts report the Empire's armada outnumbers us 3-1. And their shielding technology. Sarah cut him off, her gaze still fixed on the screen. I know, Commander. But what we lack in technology, we make up for in resolve. Keep our forces dispersed. Employ hit and run tactics. Use the asteroid field to our advantage. Yes, ma'am, Jensen acknowledged, turning to relay the tactical orders. As the enemy fleet drew closer, now visible as more than mere sensor echoes, Sarah addressed her crew, her voice amplifying through the ship. This battle is not just for our lives but for our right to exist freely on our planet. We stand against tyranny, against those who would take our world from us. Remember, we are Earth's Sentinel. We hold the line. The first of the enemy ships came into range, their cannons charging with a glow that foretold destruction. Earth's ships responded in kind, the silence of space about to erupt into the chaos of war. Just as the first volleys of plasma fire streaked across the void, Sarah's calm interjection to her helm officers resonated in the quiet before the storm. Steady, pilots. Protect our home. After the initial clash, Earth's orbital defenses bore scars of battle, with debris orbiting as grim reminders of the fierce fight. Aboard the Earth's Sentinel, Admiral Sarah Lynn surveyed the flood of damage reports across her console. The ship had sustained damage, but her crew remained intact, their morale bolstered by surviving the Empire's first assault. Admiral, damage assessments are coming in. We held them off, but our energy shields are strained and ammunition reserves are running low, reported Commander Jensen, his voice strained yet steady. Sarah nodded solemnly, processing the information with a tactician's precision. Initiate repairs on all vessels immediately. Recycle what you can from the debris field. Every scrap counts now. In the aftermath, Earth's citizens rallied behind their space fleet. The space battle, streamed live, had transformed fear into unifying resolve. Across continents, factories ramped up production of munitions and essential supplies, while volunteer brigades signed up for civil defense duties. Meanwhile, in the strategy room, Sarah convened with her top officers to plan their next move. The Empire will expect us to be licking our wounds. We'll use this time to reconfigure our attack patterns. Let's turn our defensive posture into an unexpected offensive, she instructed, pointing to the star map where the asteroid belt offered tactical advantages. Lieutenant Graves stepped forward, toggling the display to zoom in on the asteroid belt. We could set up ambush points here and here, he suggested, indicating two narrow passages that would challenge the Empire's larger ships. Good. Prepare the fleet. I want those passages mined before dawn. We may not outgun them, but we can outsmart them, Sarah decided, her mind racing through scenarios. That night, as Earth's fleet silently maneuvered into the asteroid belt, the crew of the Earth's Sentinel worked tirelessly. Technicians patched up hull breaches and rerouted power to essential systems, while pilots and gunners double-checked their stations, preparing for the next encounter. Amidst the preparations, Sarah took a moment to broadcast a message to all ships. This is not just a battle for survival, but a declaration of our resolve. Tonight, we stand together, not just as soldiers, but as guardians of our home. Be sharp, be brave, and watch each other's backs. Hours later, the trap was set. Earth's fleet lay in wait, cloaked by the shadow of asteroids. The first signs of the Empire's advance were detected by long-range sensors, their massive ships slowly moving into the trap Sarah's fleet had prepared. As the enemy entered the targeted area, Sarah gave the order. Now, execute Operation Stonewall. Explosions rocked the narrow passages as mines detonated, catching several of the Empire's ships in a chain reaction of blasts. The remaining ships hesitated, their advance stalled as they assessed the new threat. Press the attack, Sarah commanded, seizing the moment of confusion. Earth's ships darted from their hiding spots, targeting the disabled and disoriented ships. After a night marked by unexpected victories, Admiral Sarah Lynn stood on the bridge of the Earth's Sentinel, surveying the ongoing repairs across the fleet. The battle had been hard fought, and while the crews worked tirelessly to restore their vessels, Sarah was acutely aware that this period of relative calm would be fleeting. Her contemplations were abruptly cut short by an incoming secure transmission, its source cloaked in encryption and mystery. Admiral Lin, this is Commander Taro of the Outer Rim Coalition, the voice declared, thick with urgency. We have been monitoring your conflict with the Galactic Empire and wish to offer assistance. Sarah, ever cautious and aware of the intricate dance of interstellar politics, responded, Your help is welcome, Commander Taro, but I must ask, why assist us? What does your coalition stand to gain? There is mutual benefit, Taro explained. The Empire threatens numerous systems, and your resistance offers hope to us all. We can provide strategic intelligence and supplies. In return, we seek your support once the immediate threat to your system has been neutralized. Recognizing the significance of the proposal, Sarah agreed to a meeting in a neutral location within the asteroid belt. Within hours, she rendezvoused with Taro's vessel, a sleek ship that bore the scars of numerous skirmishes. The commanders exchanged formal greetings before delving into the matter at hand. We can supply you with energy cells and advanced munitions, Taro offered, detailing the resources his coalition could afford to share. Furthermore, we have intelligence on an Empire supply route that is vulnerable to disruption. Grateful for the offer, Sarah nodded in agreement. We'll seize any advantage we can. Let's discuss the logistics of disrupting this supply route. Cutting off their supplies could afford us the respite we desperately need. As they finalized their plans, a renewed sense of hope surged through Sarah. With these new allies, Earth's chances of prevailing seemed less bleak. However, there was scant time for celebration. Reports of Empire scouts probing their defenses soon demanded her attention. It was time to enact their new strategy. Back aboard the Earth's Sentinel, Sarah briefed her crew about the Coalition's support and the upcoming mission. "This is more than a mere skirmish," she explained. "It's an opportunity to shift the balance of power. We strike swiftly and retreat before they can regroup." The mission was scheduled for the dead of space night. Earth's fleet, now bolstered by fresh supplies from the Outer Rim Coalition, advanced silently towards the coordinates provided by Taro. Their target, a critical refueling station for the Empire's warships. As they approached the station, the stark, cold lights of the Empire's facility pierced the blackness of space. It was less defended than expected, a clear oversight, as the Empire had not anticipated an attack so deep within their territory. "Deploy all fighter squadrons. Target the main fuel reserves," Sarah commanded, her voice steady and authoritative. The success of the recent raid had significantly disrupted the Galactic Empire's supply lines, yet Admiral Sarah Lynn knew the reprieve would be fleeting. As Earth's fleet regrouped and fortified their positions, Sarah strategized the next phase from the command center of the Earth's Sentinel. Every decision weighed heavily upon her, growing more burdensome with each move. "Admiral, new reports indicate that the Empire is amassing a larger fleet just beyond the asteroid belt. It appears they're gearing up for a full-scale assault," announced Commander Jensen, his voice laden with tension. Sarah's response was composed as her mind sifted through tactical options. "Inform all units to double-check their readiness. I want every ship and weapon system at peak efficiency. We'll meet their assault head-on." As Earth's forces prepared, a pervasive sense of solidarity and determination filled the ranks. Across the planet, citizens watched the skies and listened to broadcasts, their support for the fleet unwavering, transforming fear into a collective resolve to stand against the invaders. Amid the strategic preparations, Sarah received a personal message from President Martinez, Earth's civilian leader. "Admiral Lin, your efforts have sustained our hopes. The entire planet stands with you. We trust in your command to see us through this." With the morale of an entire planet bolstering her spirit, Sarah addressed her crew with a stirring speech. "Today, we stand united against the tyranny of the Empire. We fight not just for survival but for the freedom to live under the stars we call home. Let's show them Earth is not easily conquered." The expected assault arrived at dawn, a formidable wave of Empire ships advancing from the shadows of the asteroid belt. The initial exchange of fire was fierce, with losses on both sides. Earth's fleet maneuvered within the debris fields, utilizing the asteroids as cover, a tactic that Sarah had refined over months of warfare. In a bold maneuver, Sarah directed a squadron of Earth's finest pilots, led by the courageous Lieutenant Marco Alvarez, to flank the Empire's main cruiser. The risky offensive was successful, with Marco's squadron delivering a crippling blow to the cruiser's engines, halting its advance and causing disarray within the enemy's ranks. "Push forward. Target their flagship. Let's break their resolve," Sarah commanded, capitalizing on the opportunity. Earth's ships surged forward, a volley of missiles and laser fire slicing through the vacuum of space. The battle endured for hours, with Earth's forces gradually gaining the upper hand. However, victory came at a steep cost. Many brave individuals were lost, and the Earth's Sentinel itself suffered severe damage. As the remnants of the Empire's fleet retreated, a somber victory hung over the command room. Sarah reviewed the damage reports and casualty lists, her heart heavy with the toll of their defense. "We held them off, Admiral," Jensen said quietly, standing beside her. "We did," Sarah acknowledged, her eyes mirroring both the ferocity of battle and the sorrow of loss. "Let's honor those we lost by continuing to fight as fiercely as they did. Prepare the fleet for repairs. We remain vigilant." In the aftermath of the siege, Earth was a world simultaneously licking its wounds and celebrating its hard-fought survival. Aboard the now partially restored Earth's Sentinel, Admiral Sarah Lynn gazed at the blue planet below. Its serene beauty belied the scars of battle that marked its surface and the faces of her crew. Sarah convened a meeting with her top commanders and representatives from the newly formed Earth Global Defense Council, a body tasked with overseeing Earth's military strategy and interstellar diplomacy. The mood in the room was somber yet resolute as they gathered around the holographic table displaying the galaxy. "Admiral Lin, your leadership has provided us with a fighting chance," Counselor Martinez began, his voice a mixture of gratitude and the weight of looming responsibilities. "However, we must look to the future. The Empire will not forget what we've done. We need a long-term strategy, not just for defense but for securing our position in the galaxy." Sarah nodded in acknowledgement. "We've shown we can defend our home. Now, it's time to ensure we never have to do so under these circumstances again. I propose we strengthen our alliances with the Outer Rim Coalition and any other systems that oppose the Empire's dominion. Together, we can form a united front." The strategy session deepened, delving into discussions on expanding Earth's fleet, enhancing spaceborne defenses, and investing in new technologies salvaged from the debris of the Empire's destroyed warships. Sarah emphasized the necessity for a proactive approach. "We've been reactive for too long. Starting today, we shift our posture. We build, we strengthen, and we reach out." As the meeting concluded, Sarah received a message from Commander Taro of the Outer Rim Coalition, confirming their readiness to formalize the alliance. Plans were set in motion for a summit to be held on Earth, a symbolic gesture underscoring the planet's elevated status. In the days leading up to the summit, Earth buzzed with activity. The remnants of war were cleared away, and the world capitals prepared to host delegates from across the galaxy. The event was poised to be not merely a diplomatic formality, but a celebration of Earth's spirit and resilience. On the day of the summit, leaders from various worlds stood together on the grounds of the United Nations, once a symbol of global unity, now a beacon of interstellar cooperation. Sarah addressed the assembly, her speech broadcast globally and throughout space. "Today marks a new beginning," she declared. "From the ashes of conflict, we forge a path toward peace and partnership. Let this alliance be a testament to what we can achieve when we stand united. Let it be known that Earth is not just a survivor, but a beacon of hope."